Hi, Brian McAvoy with Inside Out Trading here. Today, I want to share with you a few of the lessons from my first year as a trader. I think they'll be worthwhile, and hopefully, they'll save you a little bit of grief and some unnecessary losses and missed profits. Really, because I found that in working with a lot of traders over the last almost 20 years, there are a lot of common lessons that we all seem to have to go through, and any of the lessons that you can from somebody else and not have to go through the experience yourself and learn the lessons the hard way, as in taking a beating, losing money, the psychological capital, all that kind of stuff. Anything you can learn from other people and avoid having to do it yourself is just going to save you tons of time and grief and money. And so that's what I wanted to share with you today is some of the more valuable ones. I mean, there were quite a few, but I wanted to share with you a few of the really valuable ones from my first year as a trader. And one of the first ones really is most traders are a little above average. I mean, not to sound snobbish, but traders as a group are generally above average success wise, intelligence wise. And so, I mean, that's why you're in a position to trade because you have been able to achieve a certain level of success in your life. And so, that said, being above average intelligence wise and success wise and that kind of stuff, one of the things that actually kind of works against us in that regard is where we take a look at something and we underestimate it, which is so easy to do with trading. It is so easy to look at trading and see how simple it looks and say, oh, yeah, I can do that. And then we jump into it thinking, yeah, I got it. I understand how it works. I understand what I'm supposed to do. Simple enough. I can do this. And it's not that simple. So the first big mistake is underestimating this profession, seeing it as something that's a simple activity where we can make money. It's a profession and it is a skill-based profession. And so the sooner you recognize that it's not just having a strategy and focusing on emotional control and discipline and sticking to your rules, there's more to it than that. There's a lot more to it than that. And again, this is a hard lesson. And this is why in so many of the books on trading, it'll say almost every book that I've looked at over the years, almost all of them say it takes anywhere from 5 to 22 years to become a truly successful trader. Where, yeah, you can go to the markets every day and you can make your living comfortably as a trader. It takes 5 to 22 years, is what almost all the books say. Now, if you're going about it the hard way, trying to figure it out by yourself and learn by just plain beating your head on the rock until you figure it out, or getting slapped around by the markets until you figure it out, yeah, it's going to take you a lot of years because, again, this is a skill-based profession. It takes certain skills, takes certain understandings and perspectives and knowledge that are not apparent when you first get into it. Now, the other thing that I learned in my first year was, again, because I underestimated it, because I wasn't looking at it as a profession, as a real business, I underestimated it. I was thinking, yeah, I can jump into it. I'll figure it out. I'll get help here and there. And the thing is, I didn't know what I was doing. And I wasn't treating it like a business. So I wasn't approaching it like a business, which I do know how to do. And so subsequently, what wound up happening was I wound up training myself to be a trader. And I didn't know what I was doing. And so I've got a horrible trainer teaching me how to be a trader. And because of that lack of good training, but I jumped in and got busy anyway. Now, for my first year, I'm mostly just practicing bad trading. And I'm teaching myself, training myself to be an emotional trader, an angry trader, a revenge, a hurt trader, a fearful trader, a hopeful trader. I was practicing bad trading every day, chasing trades, chasing the markets, getting mad, like I said, revenge trading, doing all the things that you're not supposed to do. But it's what I was practicing every day. And so that's what wired my head wrong. And when it comes to trading psychology, as far as I'm concerned, it's your first year or years as a trader, all that psychological damage that's done really is the biggest part of trading psychology. It's not you as a person, it's your trading experience. Really, the only way to fix that is to get the right training and to have a different experience with trading so that you can rewire your head and your emotional system. Because if you think about it, if you go through weeks or months, or for a lot of traders, it's years of practicing not good trading and the experience every day for hours a day, is just rough, and you have these, perceptions about trading that, yes, it's just inherently emotional and it's going to be rough and you never know if you're going to make money and all this kind of stuff, that's the normal person, paradigm of what you have about trading. And it doesn't have to be that way. And that's not how it is for successful traders. When you know what you're doing, when you're skilled up, when you have the proper training and preparation for this job, it's no more difficult or an emotional ride than any other skilled job, which is really cool. I mean, if you wanted to go into any other profession, if you wanted to be an engineer, if you wanted to be a project manager, if you wanted to be a software programmer, an AI developer, any kind of high level job that requires skills where it's a true profession, you wouldn't just walk in and try to start figuring it out. I mean, if you're super smart and maybe, yeah, you could kind of sort it out over time. But the thing is, no, you would go get the schooling and the training so that when you show up, you know what you're doing, because it takes skills. Well, because we underestimate trading, we don't think we need to do that. And we think we can just deal with it on our own, figured out kind of skills and abilities. And that's not the way to do it. That's why we take the beating. And again, this was like the biggest lesson from a first year of trading is this is a skill-based business. It is a business. It is a profession. And until you get skilled up and you achieve the level of skills, it's going to be rough and the odds will not be in your favor. I mean, if you think about it, trading does require skills. There's a certain level of skill that trading requires. As long as you're farting around down here, it's going to be rough. It's going to be stressful. It's going to be emotional, and you're not likely to make money. When you do make money, you're going to keep handing it back. It's only when you get skilled up and you get the right skill set and you develop the skills and you get good at this, that's when it gets to where it's not an emotional experience. It's not, like I said, it's no more difficult or emotional than any other job that you might have. I mean, it does, for some people, it even gets to the point of being boring. But the thing is, with your regular job, which is probably more sophisticated and requires more education than trading does, you go to work every day, you do your job. Some days are better than others. And when you have a really good day, cool, you enjoy it. The bad days, I wish it would have been better, but it doesn't wreck your life and ruin your sleep and your personal time. No, at the end of the day, you go home, you live your life, and it's a regular job. Trading should be the same way if you're going into it properly prepared and proficient at this job. So those are some of the biggest lessons from a first year of trading is forget chasing strategies and trying to be more disciplined and stuff. Let go of that. That's the thinking is too small for being successful as a trader. You need to step back and say, yes, this is a business. This is a profession. And I'm the central part of my trading operation. I'm the center of and the core operating mechanism in my trading business. And until I get myself skilled up and I'm treating this as a business and I'm coming into it in a knowing manner with the skills, with the knowledge and the plan to make it happen, that's the only way I'm going to make it happen. Short of that, as long as I'm just chasing strategies, thinking some clever strategy is going to have me set for life, that's what puts traders on the 5 to 22 year path and making money, handing it back, making money, losing it, making money, making it, losing it. That's what gets you in that cycle. Step back, treat this as a proper profession, treat it as a business. It will pay you back for the rest of your life handsomely. So anyway, I get a little passionate about this because it really matters. It really does. And the sooner you can really get hold of this and own it and say, yes, I get it now, and I'm going to treat it with the proper respect, that's when it gets good. And that's awesome. So if you'd like some help with this, swing by InsideOutTrading.com. It's right up here, InsideOutTrading.com. Book a call with me. We'll talk about what's been going on with you, what kind of training you've received, what your experience is like, where the gaps and holes are in your training and preparation for this business, for this occupation. See what needs to happen to fill those gaps so you can get skilled up and it gets easy. Okay. Let's have the conversation, see what is the best path forward for you to make this really what you've wanted it to be all along. And it can happen in pretty short order. This isn't something where it's some deep psychological issue where you need a year on a therapist's couch and 20 grand in therapist fees. No, this is something we can take care of in a matter of months, a lot of times weeks, and get you on the right track, which is awesome. So swing by InsideOutTrading.com. I hope this has been helpful for you. I really do. That's why I do these videos. If it's been helpful for you, give me a like down below. subscribe to the channel. I produce videos on how to be a successful trader. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about chasing the markets and all that kind of stuff. I'm talking about how to be a successful trader. So that's what this channel is about. And if you like it, subscribe to the channel and you get notified when I publish videos. And of course, if you have friends who trade, share it with your friends. Anyway, again, I hope this has been helpful. Swing by InsideOutTrading.com, book a call with me. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.